Hello and welcome to Season AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. You, of course, watching Season AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Before we go ahead, please, as ever, some tidy housekeeping rules. Make sure you subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, here's what you need to do: subscribe to Season AY, hit notification button, give us a thumbs up, and help us reach more people. We really need your support. Help us grow the platform. We are around that 2,800 mark, and we'd like to grow to reach 3,000 with your support. We are grateful for those of you that have subscribed and are sharing our broadcast on a daily basis. Let's continue to do so. The work we need to do, there's a lot of work we need to do, and we have to cover a lot of ground. On this platform, as you've heard before, we've also converted the Nigerian constitution into Yoruba. It is on www.citizenay.org. Once again, it's www.citizenay.org. It is on there, and you can see. You can go there and click on a section called Iweofin 1999 near De Yoruba. Click on that, and it will bring the whole menu for you to see the constitution of Nigeria in Yoruba. This is for our market women, our farmers, our students who are non-English speaking people of the community in Yoruba land, so they can understand their own constitution in their own language. Please do make use of that invaluable resource. Please let us use it. We will come and talk about that again, time and time again. We'll be doing more, plans and things around that. It's going to deal with a whole range of issues that we're faced with. It allows us to actually exercise our powers of sovereignty in our own language, very, very importantly. Now, let's go forward. Now, the thing I'm here to talk about is, I spoke about the 4 refineries. For those who may not be aware, let us just bring you a picture. So there we have the picture. In fact, I'll make it easier for us to be able to make use of it. Here are the pictures. Sorry about that. Let me see if it will work. So that's the pictures there. You can see there the pictures there of the Kaduna, Port Harcourt, Warri, and Benin. Warri, Port Harcourt 1, Port Harcourt 2, Kaduna, and Warri refinery. So the 4. So we spoke about that. Now, around that, there is a concern. It says here, PH Refinery Rehabilitation Community disputes spare parts mismatch disputes. Spare parts mismatch threaten December target. So they are saying that the spare parts that they've ordered in do not match the work that's required. And of course, we've also heard that the refineries are so out of date that they may not work. So let's go and read that now. So this is a few days ago. So that's I think you will see it's one of those refineries that you've seen on there. So there are strong indications that the December production date for the commencement of operations at the Port Harcourt. So that's the Port Harcourt one that you're looking at. I talked about Port Harcourt one there. Okay. So there are indications that the Port Harcourt refinery may eventually not be achieved, as daily sun findings have been revealed. The Port Harcourt refinery have been undergoing rehabilitation work since 2019, when NNPCL first awarded a 50 million contract to Technimon Spa and a Technimon Nigeria Limited to carry out total integrity check and equipment inspections for the complex. This was followed by the full backing of the federal government in 2021, when the Federal Executive Council (FEC) awarded a contract for a project sum of $1.5 billion. Now, let's carry on. You see, $1.5 billion have been sunk into that thus far. In August, Group CEO, NNPC Limited, Mr. Melekari, and the company of the Minister of State Petroleum Resources, Oil Senator, Senator Heineken Lokbobiri, his counterpart, Minister of State for Petroleum Gas, Honorable Ekperikpe Ekpo, and Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Petroleum Resources, Ambassador Gabriel T. Aduda, had said during an inspection tour of the rehabilitation work that, considering the level of progress recorded by the PHRC, the rehabilitation project and the plant will come back on stream by December this year. Now, that is what they are saying. Now, let's go and look at it. Leader by the concerned youth of Eleme, Mr. John Johnson Emere Mba Nge, in an interview yesterday, lamented that several petitions written by the state Senate, written to the Senate, House of Reps, Army, and NNPC over gross violation of the Local Content Act were not responded to. You see, Nge said the section of the 5 community guidelines of the Local Content Act being implemented by the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, NCDMB, especially in the area of employment, has been grossly violated. He said a project engaging over 3,000 workers was meant to have a community liaison office, but never had one because less than 100 community were engaged on this, on the project. Let's go forward. Nge said the December deadline was a ruse as the series of protests by community youths will continue to impact the project delivery date. He further alleged the community was being shortchanged as job slots were being sold from 200,000 to 2 million depending on the position. Nge disclosed that the community had already staged 3 protests, but the company remained adamant, especially at the contractors. Technimore, a subsidiary of Italy's mayor Technimore. In similar vein, listen. So we're in a similar vein, an LMA community youth leader, Mr. Ken Epie, told Daily Sun in a telephone interview yesterday that due to issues around host community facilities, among other challenges, early hopes of refinery coming on stream in December was not feasible. Not feasible. He alleged that the original builders of the refinery and the major contractor handling the rehabilitation works, Merco Technimore Spa, Enispan, a subsidiary of the Nigerian Agip Oil Company, had in its wisdom decided to marginalize the community by not engaging youths for some non-core technical aspects of the job. He said less than 0.01% of the youths in LMA were considered for jobs in the refinery, a development which he said is a violation of Local Content Act. You see that? He explained that the youths have staged more than 2 protests to register its displeasure over marginalization of the youth. Some subcontractors have not been working. They were brought in to connect pipes, but the pipes on ground did not match. Let me highlight that for you. Say some subcontractors. Let me highlight that for you. I want you to see it yourself. Some subcontractors have not been working. They were brought in to connect pipes, but the pipes were not. The pipes on ground did not match. Okay, specification did not match specifications. So let me just go back here. So some subcontractors have not been working. They were brought in to connect pipes, but the pipes on ground did not match specifications. They have a valve for an elbow joint for, let's say, 40 inches that only ordinarily should be fitted by another 40 inches pipe, but they have 20 inches pipe. This is the situation as I speak. This is the situation as I speak with you, but somebody will just address the media that the refinery will start working in 2 months. He said, a source said. A former refinery manager, Warri and Kaduna Refineries engineer Babajide Shoyode, said he had issues with NNPC over the work being done at the Port Harcourt refinery. Can you see that? Shoyode, in a keynote address at the 6th International Conference organized by the Center for Gas, Refining and Petrochemicals, CGRP, of the University of Port Harcourt, demanded for handover of refineries to private hands and never import modular refineries, but rather fabricate the components locally. Seems reasonable to me. He insisted that the rehabilitation work going on and gulping billions of dollars will not yield standard grade petroleum. He said that is why I quarrel with NNPC rehabilitations. It is a waste of money. The refinery cannot meet specifications because what they produce has a lot of sulfur. Dangote in Lagos will produce its own specification. It means 2 grade will be in the market. Can you see what's going on? The Port Harcourt will have a lot of sulfur. You can't run your car in your truck with that grade. Can you see what's going on? Can you all see? Rejecting the rehabilitation instead of upgrade, which would come at the same amount, the expert described what is happening as atrophy of industrial imagination, regretting that our imagination is dead. I don't know what else to say. Sorry, forget that. I don't know what else to say. I'm showing you now. I don't know what else to say. So that refinery is not going to start. It is not going to go anywhere. You can see that they are even the wrong pipe. I mean, it's a joke. The entire thing is a joke. I mean, how do you explain that? 1 second, please. I'm just. How do you explain that? that an entire a plan that they have in place is not even going to work. So that's the refinery, Port Harcourt refinery. So you can see when they say to you, when they say that community dispute spare parts, dispute spare parts mismatch threaten the December target, it tells you already. We already know what's going on. Mele Kyari is just making empty promises. We don't want to talk about it. We don't want to talk about it. We know what's going to happen because you're going to come with further excuses. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts on this? It is clear now that the December target, according to what is being said here, is not going to be met because the parts that they ordered do not match the parts that's required. They've got 40 inches, they've got 20. Instead of they deliver 20 inches to fix 40 inches, it's never going to work. It's a deliberate attempt to ensure that refinery doesn't work. And of course, they say what they have there, the grade that they will be using will have too much sulfur, will damage your car. We're having two different kind of refined products in the market, and that will damage a lot of cars. I mean, these are facts. Judge for yourself. Anyway, let us hear your thoughts on this. You're, of course, watching Citizen Wire, the platform where we speak to the power. This was covered by the Sun News in Nigeria, and we're just reading through that. Because you know, we've been following the refineries. We've been talking about Operation Fix Refineries. And I keep telling you all, you have the powers as citizens to hold your governors to account. You need to use the powers that you have within the Constitution. Section 14(2)(c) states, sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government, through this Constitution, derives all its powers and authority. And of course, how to use those powers. The participation by the people in the government shall be ensured in accordance with the provisions of this Constitution. These are powers that we can use collectively in our community. I think it's time we begin to use those powers. No ifs, no buts. I cannot overemphasize how important this point is that is being made here, and I think we need to really work together and alert our people. We should the community, the host communities have been neglected in the process, and when you do that, it means that it is sure to fail. All the empty promises is going to be ready by December. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about it. That's what Mele Kyari said. Well, you will have to talk about it come December, because we now know what is likely to happen. We now know what is likely to happen. The target that you set for December is going to be missed. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts on this? How do you see this? Let's hear your thoughts and comments. You're, of course, watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth power. Please don't forget, go ahead and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. How do you do that? Subscribe, hit the notification button, give us thumbs up, and help us reach more people. We truly need your support. We are here to really empower our people and to really let you know you possess powers of sovereignty. And we must begin to use that. And as stated at the beginning of the podcast, we have translated the Nigerian Constitution into Yoruba. We urge others to do the same, but we are obviously doing one for Yoruba people so that the Yoruba people in all 8 states can begin to hold their governors to account using the powers of sovereignty in their own local languages. That is the way to go. We must begin to actively participate in our governance on a daily basis using our local languages. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I'll be back later on. Let us have your thoughts on this and leave comments. And please, of course, as ever, do share. Thank you so very much for watching. You've been watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. The song that you hear in the background is on iTunes. Please go ahead and download it. Help us grow the platform, and everything that you do in terms of donations and help and buying the song online and on iTunes and Spotify would actually help to actually allow us to be able to do more efforts into raising the awareness in our community. So that's I'm just going to do this. So we're just going to, I want to make sure that we are all aware of what is being done. Let me just make sure. One second. Okay, so no more. So I mean, there's a lot of work to do for all of us. So please, when you get this podcast, please do share. You are, of course, watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I'll be back later on. Please share. Let's have your comments, your thoughts. As ever, as I speak to you right now, the naira is worthless, 1325 or something like that now, and of course, it still remains at 0.0013 of the dollar. It is 0.87 of a cent. It's not even up to a cent. So we need to really wake up in Africa and of course in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak Truth to Power. I'll be back later on. Thank you and bye for now. Please don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification button, give us thumbs up, and help us grow the platform. Citizen Network, the platform where we speak truth to power on YouTube. Thank you and bye for now.